let's go. First match with the Sockets deck. Out of the frying pan and into the fryer here, playing against Angus. Hand has Sentry and Animus, and a 2 slow shards kind of sucks, but hopefully we can put a non-slow shard on top of our deck. And get a Sentry going. Turn 3 Animus, ideally. Resource on top here. Even if we hit another slow shard, we can still play Sentry on 2. Well, that's pretty great. It means we get to go Sentry into Warpsteel. And then Warpsteel, I'll put a non-resource on top of my deck for now, I think. Oh, and that got Fate Weave too. Let's put 2 non-resources on top. The Angus deck's a fine power level. I don't know that it's too brutal, but it's definitely strong. Lasgar's Vengeance is a powerful Hex card. So I'm going to play this Animus out here. I'm going to play this and put a resource on top of my deck, so that way I get to guaranteed bring this Warpsteel Shardsworn back next turn and replay it. They've attacked 3 times, so their Lasgar is down to 5 right now. Something we want to keep track of. And the question is, can I get this Animus out of Lasgar's range? Oh my god, I just clicked through that. I had my auto pass on. Whoops. Whoopsie. Do this first, see what we get. Consult the Talons. That's decent. I think I'm just bringing this back. Play this out. Put a non-resource on top of my deck. Bury a random card. I'm gonna exhaust these 3. Draw 3 cards. Runebind is actually an awesome draw here. Because it means we can fog Lasgars for a turn and then use Animus to grow our stuff more. So, we're 3 life lower than we should be. That's basically what it comes down to here. If we lose this game by 3 life, it's because I'm an idiot and clicked when I shouldn't have. Runebind, get out of here. Alright, and now the goal is to kill them before they Lasgar us. Or hit enough socketed cards that won't be a thing. So let's play this and make our things larger. Transmogrifade this. Nah, I think I'm okay if that blocks, right? Unless they hit a shard and have another Lasgar in their hand, we should be able to win this game. They have to draw a shard to undo this. And they needed to have another Lasgar's in their hand. Alright, they did not draw shards. They need double Lasgar here to punch through this Runebind. Yeah! Got there. Sweet. Alright, yeah, we won a game on the draw. It's pretty good. Like, I want this extra Dark Heart. I just want all the 3-cost 4/6s I can get my hands on. Grimskull Tactician seems a little medium. Do I want Diamond's Favor? I feel like Diamond's Favor doesn't seem too embarrassing. Is it better than any of the stuff I'm already doing, though? Maybe Ozawa's Wish is okay? You have the bare minimum, so I have to leave one of each of these in. Reserving with decks like this is always so awkward because of that. We don't have anything we can bring in. We need another socketed card out of the board to bring this in, to cut that. Maybe I can cut some consults? Like this. Oh, fuck. What is the protection? Oh, this does. Let's put a berry gem in one of these. Yeah, with 10 seconds to spare. So one of them will only be a 4/4, which is kind of sad. His Exalted Professor has a protection gem in it. Yeah, this is probably too slow on the draw. This probably should have been a mulligan until I got a Dark Heart in the opener. Yeah, I shouldn't have kept this hand. Win or lose, this hand should not have been a keep. We could run really hot and, like, win anyways, but, like, this hand just shouldn't have been a keep. I just saw shards and non-shards and then snapped it off. Like a big dumb stupid. We're running interactive cards because we're running Gwell, but definitely should not have kept this. Whoa, do you not have a turn 3 play? That's so good for us. Dark Heart. Rats, we're so unlucky. This Diamond's Favor is going to kill this Mama Yeti they're about to play. It's like Christmas. Ruby's Favor, yep. Just send 3 on upstairs, got it. Destroy a random opposing troop with 5 defense or more. Oh, that one. Look at that. We got so lucky. We hit the Mama Yeti. We're down to 11 still. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. So this has the Hope Gem in it, so it only costs 3 the turn we draw it. Dark Heart says sack your thing. I can Runebind that, right? And they'll have to sack it to the Dark Heart. Just remember, just because we won this game does not mean we should have kept the hand we kept. I'm going to go to attack with this. They're not going to block because they probably want this to come off of whatever. And then we'll play the second Dark Heart out and they'll concede the game. So they're going to concede when we play this, almost certainly. Yeah! I love that. Just like, this is what's about to happen, and then it happens. And then it happens. Boom, 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 boom. Off to a good start with the Sockets deck. And see, people complaining like, let's call them the metronomies of the world. The metronomies of the world complaining about Lasgar's Vengeance and the Mono Ruby decks are just like salty little crybabies who don't want to play decks that are reasonable against the Ruby aggressive deck. So their solution is that we should whine and say Lasgar's Vengeance is too good instead of realigning ourselves and playing decks that are reasonable against the Ruby decks. Waiting to queue, waiting to queue. Hi-ho the cherry-o, waiting to queue. Banning a cheap sideboard socketed troops, you can board out the... It's not a terrible idea. Yeah, the fact that there's so many Ruby decks makes metagaming pretty easy, right? What socketed cards? I want a random one of socketed card for the board. Do I just want like a Wakuna Lookout in my board with Fate Weave on it? Oh, I already have Fate Weave. I'm just gonna put a Depth Crawler in the board. I didn't bring in Totem Trap because we didn't have the sideboarding slots. Alright, I'm just gonna cut one of those. Let's do that. A socket is a customizable card. So in Hex, when you build your deck and during reserving, you can customize what your socketed cards do with different abilities. So for instance, our Animus of Nulzann, we have a socket in them. Normally it costs 4 to play it out, but we have a gem in it that makes it cost 1 less. Our Dark Hearts, we have them customized so they have +2 defense, and the turn we draw them, they cost 2 less to play. And which sockets you're able to put in your cards are determined by which colors or thresholds your deck can produce. So there's 2 major and 2 minor gems in every socket. Every shard, I guess I should say. If you check out this How to Hex article, it has kind of a picture and explaining how some of them work a little bit at a visual as opposed to me just talking it at you. There are. So it's a 4 of restriction for gems, just like a 4 of restriction for cards. So you can use 4 of each gem, which in a deck like this one that I'm playing, where we have a bunch of socketed things, it can actually get kind of hard to remember sometimes, like, what you're doing. Can we just, like, have Sentry into Warpsteel on 2 every game? Opponent likely playing Redlings. Has the 4-year anniversary sleeve here with Princess Corey Jones. Second Sapphire. Play the Sentry out. Play this Warpsteel. We get to Fate Weave. I'll put a non-resource on top. Stack 2 non-resources on top. I wonder if we want someone on a Shard Ward in this board. I feel like almost every Diamond deck that has troops probably wants some Shard Wards for fighting off Lasgar's Vengeances. Hey! What's going on, Jody? Have a sword. For the Magic players in the audience, NOLA Gold is Jody Keefe, whose team won the Team Constructed Open this weekend. Congrats on that. And he is a powerful lands wizard. Let's go ahead and play our Grimskull Tactician out here. So when this comes into play, we get to exhaust one of our opponent's troops. I think we're just going to crack them for 2 here. And then I'm going to go ahead and play this Emsee out. Oh, this exhausts something. So you're going to teach me how to hex? I haven't in a while. Well, it's very similar to Magic, Jody. You should check out this little piece here for a quick refresher. But the biggest difference is the resource system for sure. No, they're cremating my Emsee, which Deals 2 damage, so he's going to die. It's a little sad. Lapidary's a major socket. The Lapidary actually has the 4th Flying Swift Strike gem at him. Probably about $1.50, Jody. The control decks are a little bit more on the expensive side. You can get a good aggro mid-range deck for somewhere between 50 to 100. I think the Sapphire Diamond control deck comes in about 150, I believe. Or is it 120? I'm so bad at quoting. I just should tell people I don't know what prices are. Oh, 90's pretty cheap. So, I'm going to go ahead and guidance here for a resource, I think. And so we can pick this Emsee back up. I don't think the Bride decks are very good, though, Lime. And, like, the Bride decks are more mid-range than control, in all honesty. Do I want to keep cracking in with these? I'm going to crack in with this one, because he can't block, might as well attack. What's going on inside Illusion? My opponent has Lasgar. We can Runebind it. If they don't have Lasgars or a way to kill this Emsee, the fact that it has Swift Strike is going to hold a lot of their board at bay. Nice. Multiple screens. They're a godsend. I don't know how people do it. Block here, take 1. This is probably a post-combat Lasgar. If they brick on a Shard, this Runebind might be able to hold them off long enough. No resource is great for us. Lapidary. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and crack with... Oh, you have a real resolution on your monitor too now? Oh, Dad needs to change a diaper? I will be right back. I have to partake in the crappy part of being a parent. So the Lapidary here, in addition to having Flight Swift Strike from his gem, when he deals damage to my opponent, we can void him and take control of one of their troops, which is pretty good. Again, just looking to fade Lasgars, basically. Which makes me think I should have a Shard Ward in my board. No, this is Constructed Ladder. When this readies, we draw a random socketed card out of our deck. Another Warpsteel, Shardsworn, deal. I don't think I actually want to trade this for any of their idiots. I'm actually just going to attack with just the Emsee here again. Because this being a Swift Strike guy is holding the rest of their board at bay. It kind of... I feel like the latter could very reasonably be cyclical Layoff right now. I feel like the... What's it called? That a Bride mid-range deck could be well positioned against, like, the Deathcry aggressive deck that's been doing well on the ladder recently. Oh, that's true, so I get to take away one of their things. That's fair. None of their things are very good, though. I kind of want them to play a better troop out. I forgot, this gives the socketed powers of this, so whatever this steals will become Swift Strike and Flying. So maybe I should be attacking just to, like, apply more pressure. Hey, Animus and a Dark card. So we'll play this Animus out. Animus says whenever we play a socketed card, all of our socketed cards in all zones get +1/+1. So then we'll play this Dark Heart, which is socketed. And now they're dead. I don't know, I actually want to change anything. I guess the bad Robomancer is bad, right? That's why we put this Depth Crawler in the board. And we're going to put the +1/+1 an action gem in him. And this Dark Heart, we're going to put Hope and +1/+1 an action gem in him. I think we're okay so far. I think I want this extra Transmogrifade. Maybe this Totem Trap. I don't know if Totem Trap's actually good enough for the fetch, but is Diamond's Favor good enough? It doesn't actually kill any of their troops. I'm told that this game has the best PvE content of any card game on the computer, but that's told to me by Hex fans, so like that's probably a little bit biased, but I'm told it has the longest PvE content, which is probably accurate. It has a sizable amount of it. I think I'm going to board like this. We trimmed Consults and a Grimskull and a Mad Robomancer to bring in Transmog, Depth Crawler, and these Ozawa's Wishes. These bring back a card that costs 3 or less, so we can like get a surprise blocker, basically. In the PvE segment, you could definitely play with the free cards that you get for nothing, so... I think this hand is too slow. We don't guarantee to have this Runebind, so I'm going to go ahead and replace this and try and find a Sentry or Warpsteel Shardsworn. I did not find either of those things. This has a Transmog in it, at least. Yeah, I know there are people that all they do is sit there and play the Auction House game. And the Auction House and the deck, if we're being completely above board and honest, the current Auction House and deck editor leave a little bit to be desired. Magic Online's deck editor interface is definitely better than Hex's current deck editor interface. That being said, they're aware that both those things suck, and we're supposed to be getting upgrades for those before the end of the year. I think before the end of summer, even. Don't quote me on that timeline. Definitely by the end of the year, they said. Alright, it's a decent hit. Maybe I'm supposed to Guidance first there. You definitely want a resources. We could hit a Slow Shard. Would not hit a Slow Shard, God bless. So we've got some interaction here, but we do need pressure, because remember, just like disrupting what they're doing isn't good enough. We need to actually like take their threats off the table. Yeah, it's funny when a game's like their success depends on their product being good. They can't just like sit there and let it wallow in whatever. I guess they just played that so I could have saved myself 2 points of damage by Runebinding this one. But I think this is the more powerful of these two cards. Oh, baby. And then we drew the Dark Heart with the Miracle Gem here. So because we drew this turn, it costs less. So now we're going to kick it back over to them. And they're going to sacrifice the non-socketed card here. And then if we hit a Shard next turn, we get to Sorcerous Sculpting this Dark Heart. That sucks that I, this is the one, so you can only have 4 of each gem, so this one doesn't have the protection gem in it. Alright, that one has the protection gem in it, though. Let's go ahead and play this out here and then pass the turn. The delivery time on the websites is much better now, Nola Gold. So hexprimal.com, their max delivery is 12 hours, and their average delivery time is like less than an hour. Hexprimal and battleshopper.com are the two primary websites. If you use Hexprimal, there's a discount code above the stream there. They're one of my sponsors. I can't transmog now. I don't have 4th resource, Tom. My opponent packs it into my Dark Arts. Dark Heart, very powerful Hex card. I think I'd rather keep my thing around, honestly. Miracle Gem's not good in the opener. Let's mulligan this, try and find something a little bit more aggressive. This has no Sapphire in it, but it does have a Sentry, so we got that going for us. Yeah, awesome. Drew another Diamond Threshold. Woof. Woof. Alright. This is awkward because, like, I need to put... I don't want another resource, but I need to put a resource on top of my deck to dig towards Sapphire Thresholds here. I'm at 95, so we're edging my way towards promo Dark Hearts. Or alternate art Dark Hearts. Yay, Sapphire. I'm gonna play this and put a non-resource on top of my deck now. Nice. I was hoping they'd play Landing Plus right there so I could play the Spiritbound Vicar and bury them. In the most literal sense. I think I'm just going to pass the turn here. I don't want to run this into a counterspell, and this has the... It buries the top 2 cards of their deck, so if my opponent's playing Lanipod Sight like a lot of these Sapphire Diamond decks are, this will undo part of their Lanipod Sight. Okay. Probably not winning this game. I assume this is a harder matchup for us. Opponent's playing Sapphire Diamond Control. They're like a little bit bigger version of what our deck is. We're flooding a little bit here. This has been like our least impressive draw in our hardest matchup. Yeah, Runebind is good against counters, you're not wrong. It's also good against Dream Call if they're playing that card for whatever reason. Them missing a shard drop is good for us. Infiltrator might be okay. It might be better than Grimskull Tactician. It's my dark heart and he'll cry if he wants to, cry if he wants to. I think Dream Call is unplayable in a format where Runebind exists. We could get Runebound back here, and then, like, my Sorcerous Sculpting doesn't work, but, like, is what it is. On the off chance they don't have a Runebind here, this is our best chance to get this card to work. I guess I could wait until I had, like, 2 more resources. You're transmogging my things, sure. I just, like, want value off of this. Shield bash, sure. The sculpting is action creation. There is a tutorial if you make an account. No, of course you don't have to pay $10. Like every modern digital TCG, Hex is completely free if you want it to be. Check out this article too here. It kind of talks about, whoa, upgrade. Yep. Hey, children, behave. I'm gonna runebind this because I feel like we just need to be aggressive at this point. Plus, like, runebinding counterspells is great. Clash of Steel is the reason we waited to play this out. We have a Dark Heart here. We're probably pretty dead. Into the Unknown, but thing again? Sure. Sure. Is this one manageable for you? The old transmog my thing, then into the Unknown it, then into the Unknown it again. And this is another reason why this matchup's really hard for our deck. You can see we're at 9 charges here on our champion power. Normally your champion power is some kind of insurance for like flooding out like we are in this game, but our opponent's deck doesn't actually put the troops they're killing into our bin. So our champion power that returns troops from our discard pile to our hand doesn't actually do anything meaningful. Yeah, but he could have, like, picked up the Sentry of Nulzann, right? Just buried a bunch of good cards off my opponent's deck. Oh, look, I have all socketed cards. Alright, so he takes 4 here. I'm going to go ahead and chastise this. Deals damage equal to its power to itself. It's unfortunate that this costs 3. This only returns 2 or less, right? Yes, I can't even use my champion power here. That's largely because, Leof, a lot of the constructed playable cards from set 7 are rares and not legendaries, which is a good change, I think. Alright, so we want Verdict of the Ancient Kings. We want Altar. Zawa's Wish doesn't seem particularly good. Our Dark Hearts are medium. What are things we're trimming here? Runebind is fantastic. Transmogrifades okay. This Into the Unknown for their Dark Hearts is probably great. I think I'm going to cut the Transmogrifades. Wish I could cut the Sorcerous Sculpting, but we can't. Am I supposed to cut Sentry? Is this crazy? Just, like, not try and get under them? I feel like we can't go under them. I actually feel like Tactician's okay. I actually feel like tapping their one blocker and attacking is probably great. I mean, it technically attacks. You know, in the strictest sense of the word. Yeah, like, I feel like our stuff's just, like, not dying. And, like, if it is dying, I've got Emsees and Warpsteels and Professor to bring back. I'm gonna try this. I'm not sold that this is correct, but this is what we're gonna do. I could also see Diamond's Favor being reasonable, because Diamond's Favor can counter an Aldurthan's Glory trigger, and it can also kill their Dark Hearts and their Glories once they're already in play. So maybe Diamond's Favor is supposed to be in our deck. We could also do cute tricks like Rune Binding them, and then Diamond's Favoring to kill the constant that Runebind creates. So perhaps I want a non-zero amount of Diamond's Favor in my deck post-board. Definitely see that being reasonable. Warpsteel into Spiritbound Vicar is actually a great curve in this matchup. It's important to note that we want to play the Diamond before playing the Warpsteel, because we don't get the Fate Weave on deploy here if we don't have a Diamond Threshold. I think our best shot is aggroing them out with a curve like this, so let's go. They don't have Transmog here. The Into the U and this Verdict, we could apply a lot of pressure with these 6 points of power. Which day will be brewing up some elves? Tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow. Someone remind me tomorrow. We'll build an elf deck. It's been a while since we played Visage of the Masquerade. Grab Skull Tactician. And yeah, I think we actually just want to wait here. Well, yeah, I'm just going to hold on to that for now, I think. Just leave up Verdict into the unknown here. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to take a turn off and guess up. Not on PvP tools, but if you use Hex Meta, you can do that. Hexmeta.com. Let you search individual cards. Hex Meta actually has better tools for filtering through the ladder data than PvP tools does. Yeah, it's fine. Sure. We'll get to Fate Weave every turn. So this lets us each Fate Weave when we play a non-resource. This gets +1/+1. Do I want a resource here? No, I'll take a non-resource. Altars Dees, pick this up. You have no more Dark Hearts. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stick the Altar here. All this is guaranteed to resolve, and every time we play a socketed card, we get to draw a card. Oh, we can actually bring back Vision with our champion power, too. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. That's kind of funny. Bonus dark heart. Yay! And you get a dark heart, and you get a dark heart. Everybody gets a dark heart. Put vision back in my hand here, I think. That's fine. Less fine. Ah, the old Dread Launcher. A Diamond Sapphire Control classic. I would love a non-resource, thank you. Oh, I missed a point of damage. I'm dumb. This gets bigger when we play non-resource cards. We get transmogged into this, so that's why I forgot about it. Into the Unknown. My Grimskull Tactician, sure. Bottle Master. Lapidary is very good, and Trickster is kind of mediocre, so I disagree with your assessment there. That Kismet Swim, I'm assuming, was previously a Darkheart. What you got, opponent? What you got? Ooh, Kismet Swim. Classy. Here's my dark cart. Rune binding this because we could try and push through lethal. Also, they'll have to sacrifice it to the dark heart, so. This is cute. If we wouldn't have attacked, this Diamond's Favor wouldn't have been able to kill this Animus. So that's funny, something to think about. Alright. So our Dark Heart's gonna eat our Animus now. This Dark Heart's still lethal, so need something to do. Another Diamond's Favor. Woof. Yeah, I think I'm happy with our board plan. I'm just going to click submit. I think I'm pretty happy with this. It's exactly the resource we want, so we can get a non-resource with this now. I was just about to comment, while I was finishing my snack, that we can actually use our champ power because they chastised us. We have Verdict and Into the Unknown here, which feel good. Caravel Gaming with the 4-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. A third of a year. It's a long time. Welcome back. I do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone that's hanging out here today. I know there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your time here with us. Alright, I think I'm just going to play this and then try and draw some cards with this Consult the Talons here. It gets me my Diligence trigger on this either way. Don't Runebind me, 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 don't Runebind me. Ah, crap. Oh well, we tried. Man, I wonder how they boarded. They have some weird cards in against us. It surprises me that Verdict of the Ancient Kings is in their deck. I know I have another Emsee here in my hand, but, like, I think I'd rather leave this Emsee on the table just because, like, if it readies, we get to guaranteed draw a card. Yeah, look, that's what I was going to say. It looks like they boarded like we're a control deck, right? Not 100% because they still have Clash in their deck. Poor Burgle. He's like personally offended that someone else is playing his deck poorly. What's up? This is why Dream Call is unplayable, in case anyone was wondering. Now they cast this Rex as 0, right? And it just doesn't do anything? That's annoying. Alright, pick it up. Look at that. We got an altar going. Sure, exhaust that. This Fate Weave can set up a resource for getting our Emsee back. I probably don't want to go too wide to play around a Clash of Steel coming off the top. Alright. Well, now let's go as wide as we want. The second Clash this game? Yeah. Mysterious Rune's a decent hit. Put a non-resource on top of my deck. Still don't have anything in there for my champ power. Hey, what's going on, Hecky? Wait. How do they still have a Dark Heart? Didn't... We into the unknown these, didn't we? I mean, I guess I'm doing that. That's dumb. I mean, I guess I'm doing that and drawing 2 cards now. Well, if they brick on a resource for a turn, we're gonna get to Animus and then do this and then draw more cards, so maybe... Fuck you. That's so annoying. Yeah, I know. Alright, sweet. I draw a card and we get a trigger off of this right away. They're going to lose their bird here. We have to draw some more cards with this. They're going to draw more cards in their champion power, though, which kind of sucks for us. Lapidary's pretty good. Looking for an Animus here. Alright, well, I guess we're playing this turn. I can play Lapidary too, right? Gotta dodge a third Clash of Steel, basically. Yeah, we're Strauss and Chariot for sure. Get speed and reach too. Huh. Oh, I should have played this, right? Probably. I'm gonna attack with just this and take his Dark Heart. Hopefully. Oh, right. Well. We lost this game because Into the Unknown's bugged. Alright, so, here's the game plan. We're gonna return this Chaos Tongue to our hand. What? We're gonna go out in a little bit, okay? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna Motor Chariot up this Chaos Tongue. We're gonna send him into do battle here. We can play this Dread Technomancer out to sacrifice to their Dark Heart next turn, and then we can Motor Chariot this again. Oh, I missed sequence here. I missed a Dreadling, so I missed a point. If we end up 1 point short, I'm an idiot and deserve to lose. If this makes a Dreadling when you play an artifact. So, I could have had 1 more point of damage there. Alright, I've been going for about 5 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off there for the day. This matchup seems bad, but I think we would have been able to win if Into the Unknown hadn't been bugged. So... Copycat doesn't take the deploy triggers. Oh, it takes the crush off of that. Huh. Sure. And we'll smash. Alright, as you will. Watch them go to 1 and we miss the point on that Dreadling. Oh, seriously, Hex? I can't look at the board. I think I want to kill the Dark Heart, but I don't actually know here. Yeah, because then this kills this. I keep feeling like we're almost in this game, and then we keep getting ranched right back out of it. So, like, I'm sure we just put, like, a spider egg on top of our deck with that Fate Weave, too. So he takes 3, block, 4, 5, 6. Am I supposed to bin the Motor Chariot, or am I supposed to bin the Dread Technomancer? I guess this is plus 2 points either way, so I should bin the Dread Technomancer in case we hit a troop here. Runebind. Are they dead? Did we do it? Did we just, like, chug our way across the finish line here? I feel like we might have slid one in here. Despite this. This is 11. I think they're dead if they don't have anything. Let's find out. A space smash face. Oh, yeah, I could do it after they block. I think they're still dead regardless. Yay! Exactly 0! Yay! We get to end the stream happy. We get to end the stream happy. Despite the bug, A space smash face. Ah! Alright. You know, that matchup is bad, but not unwinnable, it would seem. Turns out that when you pray to RNGesus and he listens, you can beat anything. You too can beat anything if you make a small offering to RNGesus. So thank you everyone for watching. What a weird, fun end to the stream. Let's see if there's anyone else on that I can give a host to. And then I gotta go file for comp in Magic Online because we had a bug there. Zom Rules is playing Ranked with Wintermoon and Cosmic. Let's give them a host. Enjoy. Peace, folks. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more Hexy time. Hey, wifey.
Hi.
Yep.
Do you know that Declan has Jake in a head?